So starting at 6 p.m. last night, the House debated just the amendments that were proposed on the income tax on capital gains, which is Senate Bill 5096. And that debate on the amendments took 4.5 hours. About 10:30, they finally stopped it, which means that later today will probably be the vote on final passage. Could happen as early as 11 when they come to the floor. It was a brutal debate, Chris. I just got to be honest with you. I was prepared for the games that they play on excise tax versus income tax. But I mean, there's no way to sugarcoat it. It was just blatant dishonesty when it came to the attempt to keep this from the people with the emergency clause. The sponsors, shockingly, were trying to claim that wasn't their intent, that it wasn't an emergency clause, even though the language is pulled directly from the Constitution to prohibit our right of referendum. And they rejected every attempt to remove that language. One vote got very close. It was a 48-50 vote, so it just barely failed. That would proactively put this income tax on the ballot as a referendum. But again, unfortunately, it failed just by 2 votes. But where we are now on this is it will come to the floor for final passage. And then we see, does the Senate concur with this? Because this has the emergency clause, and we know that was a sticking point in the Senate. It removes all funding for tax relief, and supposedly that was a priority for this. But they've got a few days, and maybe, just maybe, this doesn't happen. But we'll just have to see how the Senate concurs or doesn't.
Yeah, it makes me wonder, Jason, with so many Democrats in the House voting for the option to put it on the ballot or voting against the referendum, whether it's going to have the votes when it goes back to the Senate. Because as we've talked about on the program before, that Senate vote only passed by one senator. So if one more senator changes his vote or her vote in this next round, this could be all for naught.